Welcome to Website Success. I'm your host, Chrissy Ray, and today we are talking about something that can really trip people up, and that is going to be figuring out a realistic timeline for creating your own website. I hear this from clients all the time. One of two different versions. Either I need my website done next week, or I think it's going to take me a year to get my website ready. And honestly, both of those timelines can be problematic. I recently worked with a client who had been planning her website for 2 years. And you know what she had actually done in that 2 years? Pretty much nothing. She just kept getting stuck in what I call the perfectionism loop, trying to make everything perfect before she could actually move forward. Meanwhile, another client came to me wanting a full e-commerce website with 50 products in just 3 days. And that's just not realistic. So again, either of those timelines, probably not going to happen. Because I do get those timelines proposed to me from time to time, I want to give you a better understanding of what a realistic timeline looks like, especially when you're going to DIY your website. And I want you to make sure that you're able to keep moving your project forward. So we're going to break down making a DIY website into some phases and talk about how long each of those phases should take. And just keep in mind throughout this discussion that the timelines I'm talking about are for a basic DIY website. If you're building something that's a bit more complex, like an e-commerce website or a membership website, or if you're working with a web designer or a web developer for some or all of your website, then your timeline might look completely different. So keep that in mind throughout this discussion. Now, phase one of your website project should be your planning. And this is going to be where you figure out your website's purpose, you identify your target audience, and you set some clear goals for your website. You absolutely need to do this. If you're not doing this, if you're not planning out your website, then you are probably going to run into problems later. For most small business owners that are building their own website, you can probably do the basics for this in a few hours. And I do have a website success blueprint in the resources at websitesuccessacademy.com that'll walk you through the entire process. And I even have a video in the courses that show how to use AI to fill out that blueprint. If you want to do some very, very thorough research, you're probably going to need more than a couple of hours. You're probably going to need a few days or possibly even a week. And this is working on it part-time. Now, the biggest holdup usually in this phase is going to be drowning in the details. There are a lot of things to think about, and way too often I see clients spending hours or even days trying to get every single part of their plan just right. Yes, you do need a plan, but I don't want you to get stuck on the first step. So give yourself a timeline of no more than a week to work on your planning for your website, and whatever you have, great, refine it, review it, and then move on to the next step. Phase two of creating a website is going to be your content creation, at least if you follow my website success path. And this is often going to be where people get really, really stuck. In fact, I would say this is probably the most common roadblock for both my DIY and my done for you clients. During the content creation phase, you need to write your copy, gather or take your photos or get some headshots done, and maybe create some graphics. When I build a website for a client who's going to give me their content, I usually schedule about 2 weeks, maybe 3 for this phase. It depends on how much content they need to give me. And they can usually do that if they stay focused and don't let that perfectionism get in the way. Earlier this year, I gave a client 3 weeks to work on their content because they had a lot of pages. And now we are about 5 months later. I think we're almost 6 months later. And I'm currently still waiting on it. So their project is on hold. This is a done for you client. Their project is on hold until I can get that content. I can't do anything without their content. If you're planning to DIY your website, I recommend giving yourself between 1 week and 3 weeks to work on your content. Try not to go much longer than that because otherwise you're going to get stuck in that perfectionism loop. Write your content like you're explaining it to a friend. Don't worry about making it sound professional in your first draft, and don't use a lot of jargon, and don't worry too much about how good it is. You want it to be good, but it doesn't need to be 100% perfect. You can always edit it later. That's one of the really nice things about websites. You can change them, and in the case of a lot of websites, the changes are going to show up pretty much right away. And also remember, you don't need the perfect photos of everything before you launch. You can start with just the essential ones, which can include stock photos and selfies with your phone. And you can add to it later, and you can upload your professional headshots and other photos later. The next step is going to be phase 3, which is usually the design, which might also include your branding. And this is going to be where you choose your colors, your fonts, and the overall look or template for your website. You might also need a logo. So if you haven't already created a logo, you didn't hire somebody to create a logo, this is where you're going to create that logo for your website. Now, with the right guidance, you can probably do most of this, if not all of it, in a day or two. But I usually give clients about a week to get through this phase if they're DIYing their website. Again, just like the other phases, I see too many people spend months here. And you don't want to fall into that trap. You don't want to spend months scrolling through Pinterest or creating color palettes and getting everybody's opinion on it and changing your mind. And you don't want to get stuck in that loop. Another thing I want you to think about when it comes to the design and the branding is that both of those can evolve over time. You don't need to create the perfect forever design right now. Even the big corporations change their colors and they change their logos from time to time. So you're just as good as them, you're better than them, and you can change things if you need to. And I'll let you in on a little secret. For the Website Success Academy, I have now changed my logo twice and my brand colors 3 times just since I started. And I will probably change either the colors or the logo or both, or maybe even the fonts again in the future. The key is to choose something that looks professional and matches your business personality, but don't get stuck in thinking that it has to be perfect. And if you're DIYing it now, if you can afford it down the road, hire somebody to do it for you. Hire a branding professional to redo the brand or reconcept the brand later, and then you can roll that into your website later on. The next phase, phase 4, is the actual building process. And for most of my clients that are DIYing it, this is often going to be the fastest part. If you've done all the preparation, you've already written your content, you've already got your design, you've already got your logo and everything, then you can build your website in as little as 1 day. And that's not a joke. You can actually build your website in a day. And if you've been listening to this for a while or you've been following me for a while, you know that I have a Build Your Website in 1 Day workshop. I'm going to be offering that on December 14th, 2024. And the reason that I'm able to offer it is because if somebody has gone through those first 3 phases, they absolutely can build their website in 1 day. Now, if you're learning as you go or you're working on it in between other business tasks like your bookkeeping and everything else, then it might take a week or 2 or 3 or 4, and that's totally fine. But again, you don't want to spend too much time working on it. The important thing is to set aside dedicated time for building it rather than trying to do it in 15-minute chunks here and there. And I recommend this for all of the phases. So set aside an hour or 2 for each of the phases and really focus on it for that hour or 2. And you can really get a lot done if you're not trying to chunk it up and do it on top of all of your other tasks. Now, the final phase, phase 5, is going to be the launch and beyond. I want you to plan for about 2 days of testing before you launch. I personally do testing as I'm building, but you also want to set aside a couple of days testing, checking all of your links, making sure that your forms work, testing on different devices, look at the website on your phone, on a tablet, on your computer, on different operating systems, so Windows and Mac. And then post-launch, you also want to set aside some time for maintenance, updates, improvements, search engine optimization, and things like that. So once you launch the website, you're not done with it. You still need to make changes to it. So now if we add all of this up, we add all those 5 phases up, if you're focused and you have some good hour or 2 chunks of time to work on it, you could go from start to launch in about 4 or 5 weeks. If you're fitting this in around other business tasks, then I would plan for maybe 6 to 8 weeks. If you're building something more complex, like a large e-commerce site or a membership platform, and you're trying to do it yourself, and you're able to really fit the time in there, you probably need more like 3 to 4 months, possibly longer. And I will tell you, if you are working with a developer like me, then again, your timeline could be very, very different. The biggest factor that determines how long your website's going to take It's not going to be your tech skills. It's not going to be your budget. It's usually going to be the preparation and the commitment to the process. And that's part of why I created my website Quick Start Challenge, which starts on December 4th. It's totally free, and we'll work on those first 3 phases together. We'll do the planning, the content, and design in just 3 days. Now, we're only going to do the basics of those 3 things. You're going to get the sort of the bare minimum that you need to build your website, but you will get the basics of those 3 phases done during those 3 days. And then you'll probably need a few more days to kind of follow up on it. And once you're done with that, if you wanted to actually build your website, you can join me for the Build Your Website in One Day workshop on December 14th. And during that workshop, I will walk you through the entire process of building your website step by step. If you sign up for both the challenge and the workshop, and again, the challenge is free, the workshop is not, but if you sign up for both of those, you could have a website before the end of the year. Now, let me give you some tips to keep your website project on track. Number 1, set specific times to work on your website. Don't just try to fit it in when you can. Set aside an hour or 2 a week, maybe even longer if you have the time. Another thing I want you to do, number 2, is going to be to get feedback at each phase, but only from people in your target audience or people who have relevant experience or relevant expertise. Don't ask your BFF for feedback unless they're in your target audience or they're an expert, because they're probably going to just tell you it looks great. And that's not very helpful. You don't want people just telling you it looks good because they love you. You want them to give you an honest opinion. Number 3, I want you to remember that done is better than perfect. You can always update and improve your website after it launches. That's really one of the things I love most about websites. It's not like you're printing it out and handing that out, and once it's done, you can't make changes to it. You can make changes to a website. Number 4, I want you to keep the scope reasonable for your first version. You can always add to it later, but you don't necessarily need every possible feature in the first version of your website. If you need e-commerce, maybe think about launching without the e-commerce. Add the e-commerce later. Number 5, I want you to get help when you need it. And that's going to be whether joining a course, hiring a copywriter, hiring a branding expert, or getting guidance from someone like me. Now, the links for both the website Quick Start Challenge and the Build Your Website in One Day workshop, they'll be in the show notes for this episode at websitesuccessacademy.com/podcast. If you have questions about either of those, or you have questions about your website timeline, come join my Website Success Launch Facebook group, and I will be happy to help you figure out a realistic schedule for your specific situation. And I want you to remember, when you're working on your website or when you're starting to plan your website, it doesn't have to take forever to build, but it does need proper planning and preparation. And with the right approach and the right support, you can have a website that you're proud of probably sooner than you might think. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe, leave a review, and come back for my next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to chat with you again soon.